Our young brilliant minds, welcome back to Bio Talk with Mr. Scott. Today's video lesson is going to be over the structure of plants. But rather than just sitting down and taking notes and all that fun stuff, I decided we would go over the structure of plants with a actual plant. In order to complete this lesson, you will need this right here. This is your plant structure. You should already have it. It's already numbered for you. We're going to start at 1, then go to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So make sure you have this in front of you and follow along with the video. Now, of course, at any time, if you just want to run it back and rewind something because it was something you missed, you have control to do that. You can watch this on your own time, rewind it as much as you need to get the information. Got it? Cool? Let's get started. So we're going to start from the bottom. Oh, look at my plant. Here we go. Got my plant here. We're going to start from the bottom at number 1 and work our way up. So the first thing that we have on our plant, lost part, on our plant structure is what we call the root hairs. If I could zoom in, you see right here, this first little long piece right here is our actual root, and then coming from the root here are the root hairs. So we have root hairs. Now, the purpose of a root hair is to increase the area to absorb things, nutrients and water, the main thing, and minerals. So these root hairs are here to increase area to absorb things. Now, when you put the root and the root hairs together, you have number 2, what we call a root system. So a root system is all of the plant parts that are below the ground. So again, this would be below the ground, so it is part of the root system. The job of the root system is to anchor the plant, absorb water and nutrients, and store glucose. Store glucose. So again, the root system, all the plant parts that are below the ground, they are here to help anchor the plant, absorb water and nutrients, and then store glucose. That was number 2. All right, so now we're done with all that below ground stuff. Let's start looking at the parts of the plant that are above ground. So number 3, we're going to look at what we call the stem. So this part here, that tall green part right here, this is our stem. The job of the stem is to transport or move water, nutrients, and glucose. And if you're wondering how, we'll talk about that in a later lesson. But this is our stem. Our stem is this kind of thick green part that its job is to transport or move water, nutrients, and glucose. Everybody got that? Excellent, excellent. Let's look at number 4. Now, number 4, we have the leaves. The leaves' job is very, very important. They are responsible for photosynthesis. So photosynthesis actually takes place in the leaves. They have a tiny opening in the cell of the leaves that lets gases in and out. So the leaves, they do photosynthesis. They have tiny openings in their leaf cells that let gases in and out. Don't you worry. You know I'm going to go over in detail the leaves, the parts of a leaf in a later lesson. Now, we work our way up to number 5. Here at the top here, we have the flower. Smell that flower. Smell it. Oh, it smells so good, right? Fresh flower. So the important part of a flower. what's important about flower? What does it really do? So this is the place of reproduction, aka flower or plant babies. We want more plants. This is where plant babies come from. The flowers, the place of reproduction. Now, please keep in mind that with flowers, they can either have all male parts, all female parts, or they can have both female and male parts in the flower. And when we look at reproduction of flowers, we'll talk about the different parts and what makes up the actual flower part. So this here at the top, this would be our flower. What, you want to smell it again? Hold on. Here you go. Boom, got you. Now, this brings us to our last part, number 6. So if the parts of a plant below ground had a name, what do you think the parts of a plant above ground? Yeah, they're going to have a name too, right? So we call this the shoot system. We got the root system and the shoot system. That rhymes. So the shoot system, basically, this is all plant parts that are above ground. So our stem, our leaves, our flower would all be a part of what we call the shoot system. All right, that is it for now. We are done. I am out of here. Our next video lesson is going to be over vascular and non-vascular plants. You are not going to want to miss this. And until next time, peace. Here, smell the flower. Smell it. Bam. Look at that. It smells good. Oh, see you.